Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring first, from Rochester, New York, he is the young lion of the West, Mattick. And his opponent, he's the former Extreme referee from ECPW. Ladies and gentlemen, we present H.C. Lowe.
All right, well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for that. We had some technical difficulties here in the booth. We are down for our number one contenders match for the Northern Tier Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. The former champion, Mattick, trying to get that number one contendership that H.C. Lowe won last month in Sayre.
Wow.
Huge implication.
Yes.
I really think Johnny Tunes did something in the booth here before he left.
I think so too, with that headlock takeover from Mattick.
It is maybe a coincidence that Johnny Tunes decided to take off out of the booth when Mattick came out.
Yeah, it's not the first time he tried to shut me off the air either, Mr. Tunes.
That's right. That guy. All right.
Look at that. Will we see a clean break here?
And we do.
Wow. We may not kill him.
Oh, big forearm shot.
We don't need to see murder tonight.
Well, it's just quite possible that we might.
Well, he is an ECW original, you know.
That's
so.
right.
Oh, God.
These two big hosses might just tear each other apart.
I think he's going to return. Bang!
Roundhouse slap by Mattick. Mattick, of course, the man to defeat the former champ, Rob Cook.
Indeed. Ooh. That's got the Great Khali.
Oh, the great Khali coming to visit us here on commentary.
Indeed.
No, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only IB Green, Robert Cook, has joined us here on commentary.
I came out here to watch this great match between two great athletes.
You're right.
Indeed.
I've been in the ring with both of these men, and both of these men are just absolutely the top of their game right now. Even at the age of Oak, he's at the top of his game.
Yes.
And Mattick's been at the top of his game for about 4 years now, and it's just crazy how good Mattick is.
He's been tearing it up, that's for sure. Former NTW champion.
I've been trying to tell Kevin that for a long time.
You are high on him, Steven.
Let's just hope this referee doesn't get in the way of this match here.
Right.
And these two just beat the living daylights out of each other here.
Whip into the corner.
Oh, nice
oh,
clothesline.
Take over by Loke and drop kick.
Just a super drop kick to the back of the neck right there by Loke. Superb drop kick.
Only a 1 count.
What do you expect to get out of there? I mean, Mattick is a superstar in the making.
This could be one of those high
impacts
type
matches.
But I was thinking like a high exposure match for Mattick. You know, it brings him up over that window, so to speak.
I was in Rochester about 2 years ago and watched Mattick just destroy the Monster Abyss. Yeah. And this is, I mean, I've seen Mattick in some really high-profile matches. I've taken Mattick to the top.
That's right.
You know, we beat the hell out of each other for NTW. Mattick is a star. I mean, this is not just a exposure match for Mattick. Mattick is, you know, he's on the top of his game.
Oh, driving him into the mat after the spine buster. Only a 2.
It was more of a.
It was like
I think that was more of atomic
drop spine buster, I guess you could say. I was trying to come up with the words for it. Enziguri.
So that's a really tough move for somebody that size.
You're right.
Know, he's a big dude, and he's throwing an Enziguri. I mean, what is he, 230, 240, doing an Enziguri like a cruiserweight?
Right.
He is.
That's crazy.
With ease.
Yes. Oh,
Loke
here
reverses.
we go. Here we go.
How smooth that exchange was.
See, just an insane exchange right there.
It is.
Mattick, Loke, I've seen that for 15, 20 years out of Loke, that move right there. I finally got to take it when it was me and him in Corning with a couple other people. I'm not even sure who else was in Corning with us at that time. But I finally got to take that move. I've stole that move from Loke. I've used it many times during my matches. And I stole it from him, but now that he's back, I can't have it anymore.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Solid chop by the
Ouch.
Big Daddy.
Oh, and another one.
Chops. I wish Corning would pop for those chops.
Ooh, return.
Corning's seen a lot today, so not Corning, man. Where are we? Cortland?
Cortland, that's it.
Cortland's seen a lot today, so they got their work cut out for them trying to get through this little spot here.
They seem like they're almost waiting on something.
Yeah.
You know, there's that moment in every wrestling match, and this one, it's coming.
Exactly.
I mean, you know,
It's a shame. It's a shame. Cortland's a good town, I mean, for wrestling. And it's a shame wrestling only comes here once a year.
Yes.
You know, it's a shame. It's a good town for wrestling.
Them chops sound like cannons going.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of towns that actually care for wrestling as much as these guys do.
Right, yeah, they're very passionate.
I can see that myself.
Come out here every year for the Glen Post Memorial
super
Show.
uppercut. I don't know what they call that, but that's I would say that's a super European uppercut, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it works for me. Man, asking for some noise from the crowd. They don't seem to like him much here.
Yeah, well, it's Mattick. I mean, I don't even think Mattick's mother likes him.
He is a jerk.
You know, Mattick's a good dude, but outside his business. But when he gets in between those ropes, he's pretty much a dick.
Oh, no. Frankie Sassano goes down.
Let's just hope Frankie
There's
Sassano
the Rainmaker.
remembers.
Oh, wow.
The Extreme Rainmaker.
No
2,
referee to count.
3.
Oh, no.
As you can see,
Oh, wait, well,
I don't know if
look
you guys...
who's here. Look who's here, Rob.
The champ.
Oh, shoot. Dewey's here to screw him. Oh, man.
What's this mean?
I mean, is
This
Mattick
is-
part of EV2 now? What? I mean,
Oh, this is Dewey not wanting to have to face HC Loke in
I'm
Williamsport.
thinking it is.
is that what you're seeing here?
That's what I'm saying. I hate to say it, but it looks like Dewey might be shaking a little at the thought of having to take on Loke.
I mean, Mattick just scored probably one of the biggest wins of his life to get over the Rochester's heavyweight champion. I mean, all of Rochester. He owns every belt in Rochester. HC Loke does.
Wow.
I don't understand what just happened. We had a very competitive match, and Dewey comes out here and just ruins it.
Well, maybe somebody will have to get words with Mr. Murray before the night's over. See, no love between Dewey and Mattick, not at all.
Well, I see that Mattick isn't part of EV2.
He's very confused.
Well, that is good for us.
Mattick's definitely decided to stand on his own recently.
By hook or by crook, the man is the #1 contender.
So Mattick is the #1 contender for the NTW World Title?
That was the stipulation of the match. I mean, of course, Loke winning that #1 contendership by defeating Aaron Nasty back in Sayre.
See, this is a very classy maneuver by Mattick because he knows that without Loke, there is no Rochester wrestling, and there isn't much wrestling in New York State without HC Loke. HC Loke is a wrestling god in New York State because without HC Loke, there isn't wrestling in New York State. I mean, he put wrestling on the map in New York State.
Would you say he's an influence on your career, Rob?
A huge influence on my career. I told you that, and when I started talking here, that he was a huge influence. He is definitely by far the king of Rochester. I mean, he's the boss of Rochester. He's not the boss of Rochester. He is the king of Rochester. The boss is run by Mike Rosario, but this man right here, without him, there would be no wrestling in New York State.
Big words of approval here by Rob Cook.
See,
I'd like to hear
that. I wish Cortland would understand what Rochester knows, what Elmira knows, what Corning knows. That this man, without this man, there wouldn't be wrestling in New York State.
Showing a little love to Juice here, our #1 fan.
Yeah.
Before there was Rob Cook or IB Green, there was HC Loke. HC Loke built what is now the New York wrestling scene. Just because he went away for 5 or 6 years doesn't mean he didn't build what is the New York wrestling scene.
Right.
Well, gentlemen, it is definitely a pleasure hanging out with you tonight.
Well, we thank you for joining
I'm going
us.
to try to get out of here and go drink some beer.